Hello everyone, Soulflame here, playing on my Combat Rogue Sneak and Stab, and today I'll be giving you a quick run through of the DPS Silver mode of the Proving Grounds. As always, here's a quick look at my talents and glyphs. I don't promise that these are the best choices, but they're the ones that worked for me. All of the countdowns and warnings you'll see as the video progresses come from the Proving Grounds module of the DBM add-on. If you don't already have that, I suggest you get it. Don't forget to make sure your poisons are up. I went with instant and crippling, but the second one really doesn't matter. We're going to start from stealth. We're going to use marked for death into slice and dice, and then open with ambush. Doesn't really matter which mob you start with, just quickly burn them down single target. There I used burst of speed to cross the distance quickly. Once the first mob is dead, just use marked for death on the second one. Open with eviscerate, and he'll fall very quickly. We're going to start round 2 from stealth again. We're going to want to stealth in between each round, but there's no need to bother trying to stealth during the round. Once again, we're going to open with marked for death into slice and dice, and then ambush. The big mob at the front won't take long to die. Once he's dead, I move on to the group. Once you hit the group, just flip on Blade Flurry so that your damage gets copied. After that, I tab through and more or less single target each one down. I use marked for death on each one, and then a 5-point eviscerate. If I have combo points left over, I dump them into Crimson Tempest. Remember that the cooldown on marked for death resets each time your target dies, so just keep applying it and doing the 5-point eviscerates until all of them are dead. And last but not least, don't forget to turn off Blade Flurry when everything is dead. Moving on to round 3, we're going to do our standard opening combination, starting in stealth, marked for death, into slice and dice. We're going to ambush the mob in the middle, and then immediately move over to one of the mobs on the side. When the Amber Weaver is almost finished his cast, go ahead and cross over to the other mob so that the orb hits the Amber Weaver. Take advantage of that damage buff to kill him quickly, and then just finish off the last mob.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We are going to once again open from stealth using the same basic rotation on the large Amber Weaver in the back there. Once you've opened up on the Amber Weaver, hot-foot it over to the pack of varmints. We're going to do something very similar to what we did before, except that since we won't have marked for death available, we're just going to build combo points with Sinister Strike, focusing on any rabbits that have the damage buff on them. If you're refunded any combo points when you use a finishing move, just dump them into Crimson Tempest. You want to get your poisons rolling on as many targets as you can. As soon as the last rabbit dies, just pop over behind the Amber Weaver and then use the orb to kill it. As always, once everything is dead, don't forget to turn off Blade Flurry. The opening sequence should be familiar by now. Start from stealth, marked for death, slice and dice, ambush. We're focusing on the Mystic, which is the healer. We're going to need to make sure to interrupt all of those heals. Your go-to move for that should be Kick. It has a fairly short cooldown, so it should be up every time you need it. But if you do need other options, you can stun with Kidney Shot, or you can disorient with Blind or Gouge. Once again, as soon as our primary target is dead, we're going to turn on Blade Flurry and switch to the pack. We're going to do the same thing as before, using marked for death and eviscerate, and any refunded combo points go into Crimson Tempest. Same opening sequence as always. Start from stealth, marked for death, slice and dice, ambush. These mobs are close enough together that you can take advantage of Blade Flurry, so you don't need to turn that off until after the middle mob is dead. As you may have noticed, I missed the interrupt there because I was bouncing around with Killing Spree. You'll probably want to hold off on Killing Spree until after you've interrupted the heal. As soon as the healer dies, just switch back to single target mode by turning off Blade Flurry and focus down the remaining mobs. It shouldn't take too long. I was a little slow turning Blade Flurry off in this round, so I actually killed those before I remembered to turn it off. It's not a huge deal if you forget, but it does slow your energy regeneration slightly, so you want to get in the habit of turning it on and off, and not forgetting about it like I did right there.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Coming up on round 7, we're going to go back into stealth and do the same opening combination as we always do. Our primary target is going to be the healer, but don't lose track of the Amber Weaver behind you. You don't want to get hit by that orb. As soon as the Mystic is dead, just make your way around the room, making smart use of all the orbs from the Amber Weaver. As a melee class, you'll need to be careful that it doesn't hit you when it explodes on your target, so take a step back if you need to. The small rabbits in the middle don't have much health. They fall over pretty easily to Marked for Death and Eviscerate. I was trying to lead that orb into the remaining Guardian, but since I got it caught on the Amber Weaver, I just killed that instead, and then went back and finished off the Guardian.
Five.
Coming up on the 8th and final round, special warning, you're going to want to sap one of the Amber Weavers as soon as you start before you go into your standard opening rotation. I forgot to do that and end up with some pretty disastrous results here as I get hit by both of the orbs. Despite that though, I'm still going to have plenty of time to finish the round. If you forget to sap, you can also use blind, but you'll want to do that before they summon the orbs so you don't get trapped like I did. At any rate, once you've eliminated one of the Amber Weavers, just use the other one to go around the room and quickly burst down all of the remaining targets. So there you go, a successful run, warts and all. You don't need to play perfectly to get silver, but don't feel bad if it takes you a couple tries. As always, if you have questions or comments, you can reach me through this YouTube channel or on my blog. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helped.